Welcome everybody. NICO, Scarlet Moon here with your Pathwatchers report on the incoming wave that will be here to stay for all individuals, collectives, and experiences. This week's wave, personified by the Death card and the Devil, illustrates the elimination of entrapment. While these cards may appear frightening, it is not so. Remember not to oversimplify or split into black and white dualistic thinking. You might even interpret this combination to represent the death of the demon, if that is more comforting. As March draws to a close, there is an enactment of a great release in the spirit of the displacement wave. The Devil, representing here as the binds of attachment, tethers to detrimental, detractive influences, is eliminated. Remember, death is an end we accept as a natural, understandable, and even necessary process, bringing neither surprise nor shock. Considering the elimination of soul contracts commencing, it's no surprise that the attachment mechanic is now terminated. This wave is easing acceptance of transitions that have been resisted either by the self or by others. This is a freedom combination. The means by which certain beings would attach, control, or bind themselves to another are no longer functioning in the way they once did. The support for that dynamic and mechanic is now obliterated on a multidimensional level. Control patterns, spiritual attachments, social and environmental scripts no longer attract or maintain in this new dynamic. They don't manifest anything anymore. There may be some emotional and psychological aftermath in the short term, but only for the short term. This energy is no sloth. Some may not be prepared for such an eventuality, even if it is starting a huge ripple into true soul empowerment. Remember, it is healing. It is more than a mass cord cutting between all things. It is an obliteration of the cord attachment mechanic. The power of creation, manifestation, and all spiritual work has always been quality over quantity. As this lands and keeps, it will become much more easy and available for all to step in to their own personal power. This is true freedom in the highest interest of all concerned. This is autonomy by release. Freedom to embody the highest expressions of self more than ever. Freedom to embody love and divinity in its pure form. And so it is. Well, all right, Leo, now that we've had a chance to see the incoming wave of this week that is settling for everybody, not just one sign, and certainly not for just 1 week, let's have a look and see how it's going to be landing for you. So the archetypal themes behind everything going on is actually going to be the Emperor upright, and I actually see you inheriting a lot of power to change the course of a lot of different groups, collectives, projects, and endeavors to actually shift in maybe the... Hold on a sec. This one was about to do something. It's Persephone. She's the explorer of the group. She is the one who I'm always worried about getting trapped in drawers and things like that. She's the little troublemaker. Anyway, so with the Emperor, you're inheriting control over a vast, I guess you could say, yes, empire in a lot of ways. Because with the Emperor, there's something going on where you are changing or altering the course of not only groups and projects, but we're talking about like families, we're talking about teams, work endeavors. You are actually becoming a very powerful leader or even commander, co-creator in that sense. What I'm getting from the Emperor is that there's something going on that you are basically getting the yay or nay, changing the course of maybe trends in your life on all levels, and maybe even starting to make decisions in which you are not given a mundane earthly title to make. This is the kind of week where you are the one telling the landlord what's up. You are the one telling the boss what what should be done. You are the one taking over control of maybe the direction of a family situation or a work circumstance. You're being held up as this authority, this boss, this power to command. And I think that's actually a very interesting power to get right in the beginning, considering the incoming wave that we had, right? We're talking about the release of tethers. We're talking about control dynamics and binds going away. Well, imagine when those things are broken apart and cleared out of your life, you have a lot more territory to work with, a lot more freedom of movement, but also at the same time possibly inheriting power and authority that you never knew you could use or were allowed to know you had. And so this week, pay attention behind everything that's going on. There's going to be something asking for you to give not only your 2 cents, but your direction. Remember, it's not about unsolicited advice to randos and strangers you have nothing to do with. This absolutely has to do with things that are more intimate, things that you're already actively a part of and in control with. And you somehow get that promotion, that elevation this week. With news and arrivals, we have the 9 of Wands in reverse, which is very interesting because what I'm getting here, it's kind of a different vibe. This is a cue for you to no longer defend something that doesn't need to be defended, something that doesn't need to be hidden, whether it's from people, friends, family members. The 9 of Wands reversed is giving me sort of a sense of an unveiling, a bit of a debut, right? It's kind of like the Emperor card going in and giving that command, okay guys, here's what we're going to do now. I've been working on this, I've been keeping it to myself, I've been keeping it in the basement, but this is what I think is really going to help here. This is going to save this situation, or this is what I think we should do, or this is what I think I should do. Because the 9 of Wands reversed, whatever we've been kind of keeping a secret needs to be unveiled, because you will actually see that it supplants or even takes priority over something else that everyone has been sort of struggling to get, basically off of step 1. And I'm not sure if this is a financial matter, a business matter, a social matter, but with the Emperor card, you're kind of bringing your own journey or something that's in the highest interest of all concerned to the table, and you're sort of the liberator and the new leader at the same time. This is also a really cool energy for those of you who have been kind of feeling maybe it's not time to make a debut. Maybe you're afraid to make a trend shift, or maybe alter the course of the way something is happening in your field, in your work, or maybe something that's going on in your social structure, your family structure. But you are here to take command, take that captain's wheel of the ship. And whatever your plan is, whatever your substitute is, whatever your override and overwrite is actually going to be received not only very well, but it is actually going to prove itself this week to be the right thing to do. As we get to material and business concerns, we have the Knight of Wands upright. And you have a wonderful week when it comes to, the realm of material, the realm of creative projects, and of course work and professional aspirations. Because with the Knight of Wands, we actually see somebody bringing you some kind of gift. But interestingly enough, what I'm getting is you're kind of helping them perfect it and correct it at the same time. So it becomes bigger than what it already is. Yes, this could be an invitation to take on a new project, a new role, a new job. But I'm also seeing with the Knight of Wands, this is somebody that you kind of see as sort of like a younger sibling kind of energy, kind of dynamic with. Or maybe it's not, reductive in that sense, but there is something there where you kind of see like, no, you are you are authentic, you are real. Like, this is something that deserves the power. This is something that deserves more than it's actually getting as far as credit, understanding, or care is concerned. And you know what? More value as well. Let's work on this together. I will take it on with you. I'm going to tweak some things because, so there's some stuff that we could do differently. But this is where it's going to go. And it does become profitable. It probably, this could be a gift that, it's like, look, we could earn this much, or we can earn way more. But this collaboration, should you answer this invitation, should you allow yourself to come out and play, is absolutely something that you should be doing right now, because this is how you're expanding your kingdom, by actually expanding your court. And that's what's going on all throughout this week. In fact, financially this week, it's just going to be gorgeous no matter what, but I do think this influx with the Knight of Wands is giving you also a place where, once again, you can be a bigger, more active leader. Now, on the love and relationships front, well, we've got the Nine of Swords upright, and I'm not seeing this as you. I'm seeing this as either a partner or somebody new if you're available. with the Nine of Swords, upright, I feel like this might be an example of some of the aftermath we talked about in the opening clip. They're not coping very well with the release of something negative. And sometimes that does happen to people, all right? Sometimes that does happen where they want the devil they know back, which we already talked about. It's the death of the devil in the opening clip. They want the devil they know back. Now, this could be a toxic friendship, a toxic relationship, or maybe even a toxic job. But with the Nine of Swords, your partner or your crush, or whoever you're seeing, is not handling newfound freedom well. Instead of feeling free and untethered, they feel kind of chaotic and without structure. And so it's a week where I think even with new people, you're going to be feeling that energy. You're going to get a chance to have your input and your assistance not only help bond the two of you closer together, but it's a time to help them understand what they can do and what they can replace the negative loss with. You know, again, that displacement. Look, okay, we lost something that was uncomplimentary. It was toxic. It was dysfunctional. It was incoherent. It wasn't going anywhere. But we get something better now. You know, look to the future. Don't worry about feeling like you're in an alien world. Everyone does right now. But look at it as a world of limitless potential. Don't be like, I want my toxic thing back. And so there's something going on this week where if we can make it, and again, we can't control other people. We do not control other people's free will, and that dynamic's going away. With the Nine of Swords upright, it just looks like this is where this person's coming to you. Be patient, but also at the same time, with the Emperor card upright, don't be afraid to get in there. Don't worry about making it a piecemeal, bite-sized thing. Get up and, make a point. So that is your horoscope. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You all know I appreciate it. And should you ever want to get a session, go to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com.